Hi, everybody. We are here doing the very first Soul Purpose Project interview with Mila Herenda. Mila, it's so great to have you here.
Oh, thank you for having me, Lindsay. It's Laurel Lindsay. I always call you Lindsay, Laurel Lindsay because of the L's. But anyways, thank you for having me. I'm just so tickled pink to be part of this project. It's fantastic, to help people live their soul's purpose. It's awesome.
Oh,
Thanks
thank you so
for
much,
doing
Mila.
this.
Great. All right. So first of all, Mila, can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do in your daily life and as your work right now?
Okay, so I am a full-time professional intuitive tarot reader, and what I do is I help people find their personal growth, allow them to tap into their intuition. I help people in their businesses with the tarot readings, with divine guidance. Lots of good stuff happens there. And also I have a program, the Lose 10 Pounds and Gain 10 Clients. That's a really good coaching program that I've started. So those are just a few of the things that I do. It's been really interesting. And before, I used to be a home stager and had a business doing the home staging, feng shui consulting, and all of that stuff. And that was really interesting too.
Fantastic. A woman of many talents.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. So I have some questions for you, Mila. Are you ready?
I guess so. Yeah, I'm all ready.
Fantastic. So what would you define as a soul purpose? Like, what does that mean to you when you hear that?
Okay, yeah, see, okay. Soul's purpose. Well, when I was doing my home staging business, I thought there must be more. So when you are in the midst of developing yourself and personal growth, everyone wants to do something that they love to do. And I really think that your soul's purpose is always combined with something that you love to do that you can make great money at the same time. And it comes so easily to you, but it's so easy that generally people just don't even know that that's what they're supposed to do. So when you wake up to it, and how I did it was I actually did a meditation and asked, what am I supposed to be for the rest of my life? And it said a tarot reader, and I went, what? No. And then I ignored it for about a year, and then it just came about naturally. And now I really feel like I'm living on my soul's purpose, helping people along their paths.
Wow, cool. So do you think that everybody has a soul purpose?
I believe each and every one of us do, that's for sure. You just got to be open enough to, it's kind of, you got to be open enough to really understand what it is, and then you've got to have the courage to actually follow through with it.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you know what your purpose is?
Well, I think it always evolves, right? So as my business evolves, as things keep growing and stuff, you tend to get just shown the path as you keep on growing. So I do believe that I was meant to be an intuitive for everybody and probably bringing the woo-woo world to the business world. So that's what I really believe, that I'm doing that stepping stone by stepping stone, and that's the key, right? You just got to work at it a little bit at a time, each step.
So do you think that in terms of your purpose that you are living it like right now entirely or partially or
I think I'm living it pretty much entirely. So,
so
because like I'll just quickly say here, last Monday, or not yesterday, but the week before, I had an idea in my head. I'm going to go visit my family, and I have actually created my business to my lifestyle rather than the other way around. So now, yesterday, Monday, or a week ago Monday, I said, okay, I want to go and visit my family in the Okanagan. I hopped in my car by Monday afternoon, and away I went. And that's the beauty of online businesses, that you can be anywhere and do anything as long as you've got an internet connection, you're good to go. And And that is definitely my soul's purpose. I'm helping, I help people along the way, and I feel good about what I do, and I feel that there's value there, and it's being of service to the people that are with you and around you, your tribe, so to speak, and just helping people get those insights is so rewarding in a way that, and not only that, but just being able to wake up when you want to wake up in the morning and get to the gym and live your lifestyle and go visit your family when you want to and have time off and all of those beautiful things combined, that is totally living the dream. If you ask me, having some time off, Okanagan Lake right at my footstep right now, and, just doing what I want to do when I want to do it is definitely living my soul's purpose and my desire and dream all combined. And this year it's really come into my head that this is exactly how I want to be living my life.
So do you feel that there's a financial sacrifice, or how would you describe, in your opinion, that living your soul purpose and your finances, like how are your finances impacted by living your soul's purpose, better or worse?
Okay, so starting a business in general takes a little bit of time to develop, right? So you want to bridge the gap by probably having a job to start off with, but it was pretty brutal when I first started, I'll be honest with you. And then now it's getting easier and easier, and with multiple forms of income, multiple streams of income coming in, I find that everything's just growing and it gets better and better, and just the lifestyle and everything, it's just been fantastic. So the finance part, if you just put a little bit of effort in, you're good to go. If you get clear on who you want to serve, and those divine right people will come to you, and you will make really good money at it.
Fantastic. So what's a decision or an action that you made in the past to get you on course that you would make again?
That I would make again? Well, first thing is you just make a decision to start a business. That's it. This is it. When I first started my home staging business, I had just got back from the Yukon. I needed a bit of a break from city life. I went up to the Yukon for 6 months, and I served the sourdough cocktail as a bartender. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's a toe and a drink, and you drink it anyways. And I got back to Vancouver, and I was like, I don't want to work for anybody anymore. And I tried to get jobs, and nothing was clicking and stuff. And I just said, I'm going to start a home staging business. And that was that. I went and got myself business cards, and I started. And it was $14. I remember it was $14 to go get cards at Staples, and I went and got them, and that's how I started. And my first job I did for under $100, and the house sold within 24 hours of me staging it. And there was the start of my business, and I said, wow, this really works. So, and then you just keep going, right? So if anything, it's just that decision that I'm going to make it, I'm going to do it. Everyone thought I was crazy. What, you're going to just go and rearrange furniture for a living? Yeah, I'm going to. And I did it, and I was like, wow. And then the business skill sets, though, have to come in at some point, right? Because you can get lucky and get jobs, so you got to be open to learning along the way, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
So,
make a decision. Just, go and do it and put yourself out there and call yourself the home stager or the tarot reader or the social media expert, and then do it. That's it. It's just a decision. It's just that simple.
so what's different about who you are now that you're living your purpose versus who you were when you weren't?
Wow, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I have a lot more time to do self-discovery, meditations, and such. I'm a lot more calmer, grounded, and more focused in the grand scheme of things. I tend to have a lot of projects on the go, as you might know. And Laurel knows me quite well, so she knows I got a lot of things and going. But I, now I tend to be more focused, one step at a time, and everything's just a lot easier. Life is just more blissful and easier, and I don't get upset anymore because my days are like how I want them to be. So if, there's no one telling me what to do or anything like that. So it's just like perfect, right? When I actually do my job, I can't even believe I'm doing my job. So, and I love it so much, and I would just do it anyways, right? So it's just brought me to a whole new level of understanding, intuitiveness, and groundedness, and it allows me time to be happy and have friends and family and the important things in life, the important stuff, not the go to work for the Monday to Friday grind, right?
Absolutely. So, how has the impact you're making on the world changed since you started living your soul purpose?
Well, that's funny because I do my YouTube readings every week. Every Saturday I put out a YouTube reading, and when I first started, I used to only show the cards, and now I show myself and the backgrounds and the different places that I go to and stuff. So even in the year and a half or 2 years, however long I've started that YouTube channel, it's grown, and it's funny to see it on camera too. From how I was kind of shaky to start off with to now it just blurred out whatever. and and I feel that the people are getting the messages. I give them good guidance. They're understanding me. They always say thank you for the great messages, and people are expanding their awareness and their intuitive sense, and I feel that we all have intuition, we all have psychic powers, we all have that inner knowing, and to tap into it is the most powerful resource you've got, because everyone has every answer within themselves. You just got to go deep enough and find it. And to just expand it just a little bit. And people are learning tarot from me, and people are, and I just love it. And I watch my clients grow and get more grounded and more intuitive. And then next thing you know, they're saying to me, "Oh, I feel that you're a little tired." And I go, "Hey, where'd you get that from?" Right? You taught me how to do that, right? Awesome, right? So all of those things, I feel that, people are just growing and being happier and communicating better, and all of those things combined. It's just been a fantastic process. And I get lots of good reviews and stuff, and I look forward to looking at my emails every day because I always get something. I always get some sort of compliment, or you're an angel or something. And I go, ooh, I just love this. Like, how when you wake up every day and you get a nice comment and compliment, how can life get any better?
Exactly. Yeah.
It can't get any better. So I just love it.
So, Mila, what's been hard, and what are some of the challenges that you've encountered in transitioning from being a thumb drink server to
Yeah,
what you're doing
it's a
now?
toe.
Yeah, totally. So gross.
Well, it's always finding the clients, learning the marketing, getting on top of all your skills. So, I found when I first started the first business, Nizo Design Solutions, I found like even just setting up a website and stuff was very difficult. Now I can set up a website no problem myself. It's okay. But just learning all the marketing and knowing your client and what kind of message do you want to get out there, and who is your ideal client, and all of those things, to get clear on those are kind of the most difficult things. But when you say to an entrepreneur, who's your ideal client, well, most people don't even know, right? And then you can't attract those people unless you know who that is. So your number one priority of anything is you need to know your client. And that took me a long time to find out. And still, it changes over time too, because you evolve, everything evolves, right? So you got to look at that quite often. You got to be willing to learn all the time too.
So were you said that a couple of your friends or your network thought that you were crazy when you decided to start a home staging business. So overall, did you feel encouraged or discouraged by your community?
Oh, totally. Everyone thought I would fail. I'll just tell you, everyone, my parents, everybody, why would you want to do that? Like, how are you going to do that? And then when I said I'm going to start a tarot business, that was no way. That was even worse. And it's still, I've been at it now for a few years. And still, even like my grandpa here in the Okanagan, he goes, I still can't believe people pay you for that shit. So, and my dad's finally coming around after 2 years, and now that he knows that I get interviewed and I interview people and things are really trucking along, and he can't even believe I've got like 640 something people on YouTube following me. He's all like, okay, now you must have something. But to start off with, there's always people that are going to tell you no, that you can't do it. You've got to believe in yourself. You got to have that self-confidence and believe. But it's tough when times are tough and you're maybe not getting clients and things are slow and you get the peaks and valleys and stuff. That's why multiple sources of income are great.
So how do you deal with that on an emotional level? Or how did you deal with that on an emotional level when you felt like, yeah, it's like hard to get clients and you don't know how to build a website and your family's telling you you're crazy. What helped you get through that?
Well, what I do is I phone my friend up and I say, can I use your cabin with no Wi-Fi and cell phone? And I go there for 5 days and lock myself and do a bunch of meditations. It's just me and nature and the river, and I just do that, right? And I get all my answers that way, and I find that that's really good. So I just tend to get out into nature and really connect with myself more than anything else, because all the other people that say no, you can't do it, you got to realize that they're probably just afraid. They're afraid. They wouldn't do that. That's not, they don't know how to even start. They don't understand how to communicate with people on social media. They don't understand, why you would even do that. Why wouldn't you want to just get a good government job with, benefits and stuff? But we're not all created equal. We're not all created the same way. We all want to have different lifestyles and stuff. And, that's not part of my journey. My journey is to live the lifestyle I want with the income I desire, and and make a difference in the world. And I really want to help people empower themselves and learn their intuition and things like that. So when times get tough, really you just got to kind of detach yourself from those people that are the naysayers and surround yourself with people that are good. So start going to networking meetings. I met Laurel at a networking meeting, and I just feel like we're soul sisters or something, and the networking meetings, you never know, you just want to go and meet one good person out of every meeting that you go to, and they can be your partners in life for business. So surround yourself with positive people, read positive things. I do positive affirmations. I have right on my microwave, clients are abundant and they are everywhere. you know,
Yeah.
and you just keep telling yourself that stuff and surround yourself with positive sayings, affirmations, and you'll get there.
Yeah.
Just just keep on saying it until you actually are doing it. Fake it till you make it.
Totally.
Yeah.
So, do you think that living your soul purpose is a key ingredient to having a meaningful life or living a life that matters?
Well, okay, I think that everybody's life matters. I'm going to put that out there. But living your soul's purpose I think your soul's purpose always incorporates service for people, right? Service for your clients, those around you and for this earth. So whatever you're doing, whether it's baking cupcakes, you're bringing joy to people with your yummy goodies, right? And all of our purposes are necessary and needed. So I really encourage anybody to dive in and just whatever you can do to bring joy to people is your soul's purpose that you love to do when it doesn't feel like work. And I just really think that it does matter no matter how small of a thing that you do, right? So you even do all the social media for people. I mean, that is a key aspect for businesses. And you help them make it easy for people that don't understand, you know, and you get people engaged, and then you just grow your network and you grow your tribe. I like to call it a tribe, your tribe. Grow your tribe, and you meet those people, and then that's when the positive stuff surrounds you, and that is when your life is meaningful. So yes, I do believe in a way that following your soul's purpose makes it a meaningful life, but I don't believe that that's the only way to have a meaningful life. Even if you're just a stay-at-home mom, you sure mean a lot to your kids, right? So, you know, and that is the soul's purpose there too. But, you know, all of that comes in. So bottom line, yes, I guess, you know, yes, you should be living it because your gifts, you need to share it. You
Gotcha.
can't just
So do you
take.
think that, are you saying that it doesn't necessarily need to be like work related though?
I don't think it has to be work related, no. Um, you know, there's a lot of people that do things like community nonprofit stuff, right? But here's the bottom line, is everyone needs to make a living.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, you know, I think that if you have a soul's purpose, and of course it's going to be a service of some kind for people, and I do believe that you should be making really darn good money at what you do. and, you know, enjoying the exchange there. So I, you know, I do believe that even if you are really good at running nonprofits, you can make money doing that by being a consultant for doing
Okay.
that stuff. So, and that is a gift to the world. That's a huge gift, right? And that requires organizational skills, all sorts of other stuff, right? So, you know, share your gifts, but make money on them too. There has to be an exchange.
Gotcha. That's fantastic. So what would you say would be the ingredients for success or like advice that you would give anybody who is sort of exploring this just so that way they can succeed?
Okay, so ingredients to success. First thing is make that decision that you're going to do something. It doesn't matter what you're going to do. Just say, I'm going to give it a little bit of effort here. Even if you're in a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 job or whatever you're doing, you can spend 5 minutes, a half an hour per day devoting to finding out what your soul's purpose is, or to do the things that you love, and to see how you can create a business out of it. So spend that, make the decision, spend the time, and then, you know, put in a little bit of effort all the time, and it will just show you its path for you. And it's just that little bit of effort. And I write down everything. I write down goals. I write down things for monthly. I write down yearly. I write down 10-year goals. You know, have goals and break them down into baby little steps. So let's say if you want to build a website, you want to know your client first before you even build it. So that's the other thing, right? So key ingredient to success, decide what you're going to do, you know, put a little bit of effort in, find out who your ideal client is, and then, you know, the rest will come.
Beautiful. That's great advice, Mila. Anything else you'd like to add?
Anything else I'd like to add? You know, I just want anybody that's watching this to take a little bit of time and really daydream and imagine your ideal life. What would you do? When would you wake up? What kind of food do you eat? Where do you want a vacation? How much time off do you want? And how much money do you want, and how much do you really need? So What I did is I wrote down everything that I wanted in my life. I kept writing forever and ever, and then I added it up on a financial total, and I said, okay, that's how much I need to earn. And so get clear on what you actually want and need. Some people might say, oh, I want 10 million a year, but why do you want it? You're not going to get it unless you know why. You got to know your big why. So, and it can be, and I call it a big fat selfish why. Not because you want to like it's good to have a lot of money to donate to charities and what have you, but really what motivates you is if you want a really nice car, that'll motivate you, and you see that car and you see the picture and you go and test drive it and you go, oh man, I want that car, then that's going to come to you a lot faster than, oh, I want to help my family. Find out what your big fat selfish why is and go from there.
Oh, that's great advice. Mila, thank you so, so very much for your time and all your great advice and your wisdom. Um, and yeah, I just thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I really, really appreciate it, and I'm sure all the viewers do as well.
Oh yes, thank you for interviewing me, and this is such a joy. I'm sure you. It's such a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Mila. You take care.